So I just watched a video of a guy in a minion costume on a toilet. Anyways, I watched Hoppers recently, and honestly it was better than I thought it would be. In the beginning, it started out pretty good. I thought the first bit of the movie was pretty good. Good, like, introduction to the characters, and honestly, good emotional points. I don't want to spoil it too much, so that's all I'm gonna say. And then, like, the first half of the middle section, if you get what I mean. Honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but it was still alright. I'll just add this in here now. I'm not a huge fan of the loud sound jokes or just over the top noise jokes, but I'll get back to that later. So yeah, I didn't like the first half of the middle, but then come second half, it was actually pretty good. The movie shocked me at a few points because okay, this is rare for me to say, but I had no idea where the movie was going from that point. There were multiple times where I thought the movie was gonna end, and then it just kept going. And then there were some jokes that I found funny in the second half of the middle. Come to the last chunk of the movie and the ending, I don't know what to say. I did not expect that at all, which is just rare for me to say, and rare for a Disney movie too. I'd heard before seeing the movie that it was like a horror movie at the end, and whoever told me that, they were not lying. But that's all I'm gonna say. Well, I am gonna say one more thing. How is that a Disney movie? How? But I mean, I didn't have too many complaints with it. It was honestly better than what I expected. The only complaints that I had, like I said, is that I didn't like the loud sound jokes, which there were a few in the movie. It's either hit or miss with those. And yeah, that's all I have to really say about Hoppers. Moving on to earlier that same day, hail. So if you've been in the United States of America recently, we've had a lot of storms just pass through the country. And these storms have been pretty rough, to be honest. I didn't really realize that we were having these storms until they came to me. Earlier that same day, the same day that I saw Hoppers, I was practicing some Minecraft duels, and I'll get back to that in a little bit. I just finished one practice session when I went downstairs and the Weather Channel was on, because apparently there was a storm coming towards us. And so knowing this, I went out back to clean my yard. I look in the distance and there is a giant massive clouds that are rolling my way, which meant one of two things. Either I didn't get much sleep that morning, which, I mean, I guess that's true, or there were storms coming in, and it was the latter. So I started moving stuff, making sure everything was inside because I didn't want stuff to get blown away. And about 20 minutes later, I'm inside, staring out the window at the heavy rain that is coming down. I just admired the rain, as one does, I guess. And then I went to my kitchen. I was very hungry for an apple. And when I walked into the kitchen, it started hailing. And I, even as a person who's born in a place with a lot of storms, now I will not say that place for privacy and legal reasons. So it was pretty cool to just stare at the hail. So I was just staring at the hail when my mom comes in, and she asks if I want to go run outside. Perfect weather. No, we could throw blankets on the car so that stuff didn't get broken, which is pretty fair. So we're getting our shoes on, and we open the door. We chose the absolute worst time to head out. It was hailing, the rain had picked up, and the wind had picked up. Should we go outside? Yep. We sprinted out, and let's just say when we got back inside, it had looked like we had just jumped in a pool. And I think there was ice in my pants. But as soon as we got inside, of course, it had stopped hailing. But at least we had saved the cars, especially my Jeep, so a win's a win, I guess. And also, I kind of used the hail as an excuse to not work out, because there were other storms around the area at that time, so why would I work out when there's so many storms, right? So, post-editing Zombie King 1 here, well, not really post-editing, we all know I'm too lazy to edit my videos. But anyways, sorry to the 2 people who were waiting for this, but here it is. The Department of Homeland Security. Basically, today I had to go into their office to get something figured out. No, I'm not a criminal, but I also won't say what it was. So I went there today, and I mean, it's how it usually is for the most part. No parking spots, a long line, you know, the usual. So I waited in line for about an hour, and it went pretty straightforward besides registering for the wrong thing when I was registering online, so yeah. And also, when I was in line, I heard a guy say 6'7" and laugh hysterically. So yeah, and then now I'm here. And that is all I have to say on the Department of Homeland Security. For now. Back to wherever I interrupted in the video. Since then, I haven't really done much. I'm working on another video right now. It's not a commentary and it's not Minecraft, so I don't know if people will like it. But I'm working on that. And I've hung out with friends, and I've been trying to coordinate a Minecraft video. I think it's going to be pretty fun, but I'm having problems wrangling other people for it. But once I finally figured that out, I think it's going to be pretty fun. It's a pretty fun idea. I'm really excited about it. And speaking of that, the footage in the background right now should be some of my practice runs, or a practice run, because recently I've been really excited about this, so I want it to do really well. So I've been practicing one part of it. I don't want to spoil too much, but in this challenge, in this game mode, there's a 30-minute section for you to get gear before you fight. And so I've just been practicing starting worlds and then spending 30 minutes to get the best gear I can for this. And yeah, it's been going pretty well. One time I got full diamond and then some. It was just a really lucky run. And yeah, I've been getting better. I think I've also gotten better at speedrunning with this. But yeah, that's all I have to say for now about that. I'm hoping to get it out decently soon. But decently soon for me is like in the next few months at the earliest. And I've also been having problems with my footage. I don't know if I'm using some of that footage right now. I'm probably going to figure out how to get some better footage after this and then use that for this video. But I've been recording off of a Nintendo Switch, which doesn't make the best video footage I found, so I'm trying to find some other way to record it. I have a Elgato H60 something. I don't know what it is. And I don't know why they name it like that, but here we are. But I have been thinking about using that, which I need some kind of fancy cord for, or recording off of my laptop. I just have to figure out how to connect Switch controllers to my laptop. But yeah, that's all I've been really doing. I've also been working on projects and other stuff, because apparently schools are allowed to give projects over breaks now. I need to make a video on the American education system. But yeah, it's been pretty fun. I want to do some more commentary videos soon. I've got a few ideas planned, but that's all I've really got to talk about today. So just be aware, if you're in the US of A, then just keep an eye out for storms. I think they're still coming around, making the rounds, and terrorizing stuff. And if you were a Minecraft fan, then keep an eye out for a new video soon. And also, if you used to be a Clash Royale fan, that's all I'm going to say about this one I'm working on right now. I just need some time to actually edit it and then make it actually look and sound good. So that's what's holding me up on that one. But Yeah, besides that, that's all I've got. Have a good day, peeps.